Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Glassman's world. So check it out, guys. Just wanted to share this with you. I was just at the river, just performing, doing some live music. Beautiful sunset right now, actually. So beautiful. And uh, and as you were able to see in the live just moments ago, I mean, it's probably processing still and still uploading right now. But in the video, you can see that the river is like pretty much dried up. The Rio Grande is no longer grande. It's very pequeño, really small, really dried up, and basically it looks like a drought. I don't know if we can actually walk over to it to see it. Maybe I can. But as I was saying in that video, maybe we'll go for a quick walk. I don't know if I can get to the river from here or not. Might have to push through some reeds and things like that. We could actually drive there quicker. But as I was saying, on each side of the river, the canals are completely full, guys. Look at this diversion canal. All this water completely flowing. It's almost all the way to the top, as you can see right here. Completely flowing all the way down south. On both sides of the river, we have diversion channels here that run the water. And this water is supposed to go to like the ranchers. It's supposed to go to the farmers and people who need the water. But they have been completely, well, not completely cut off, but they have been extremely restricted and limited with how much water they are able to get. But as you can see here, watch. Let's just look at the flow of this water here, okay? Look how fast this water is flowing, guys. Look at that. That's a diversion channel right there. So as you can see, we've got plenty of water. This culvert right here is more than halfway full, so that's, I don't know how big that is, a 8-foot, 10-foot span. So we got at least 5 feet of water in the diversion channels here on each side of the Rio. It's on both sides, guys. You want to go for a drive and I can prove my point? And I'll show you the river too. Because it'll be quicker for me to drive there and show you both sides, show you the Rio and show you the diversion channels. This is a beautiful sunset. And yes, I'm here again. I'm just talking about the water as I was live just a moment ago playing music for Music Mondays along the Rio Grande River, and I put a question mark, right? I was talking about the diversion channels, and we're going to go to another one. We're going to drive over the river right now, and I'm going to show you again just how dry the river is, and we're going to go to the other side. We're on the east side of the river right now, and we're going to get over to the west side right now too, so it should be good. All right, let's see. All right, so we're going to drive over now. I'm going to take you guys with me and go on a quick little trip here. Look both ways, always looking both ways. I definitely don't want to get run over or nothing like that. So this is a nice little spot here off of like 8th Street and just north of Bridge. What is it called? The Avenida Cesar Chavez. But then once it gets down here in Barelas, and it turns back to Bridge. So we're like now going into the, here, let me just lift you up here. And I'll turn you around. We just went over the diversion channel there. Sorry, let me bring you over my cracked windshield so you don't have to look at that crack. And probably put my seatbelt on, right? So here we're at 8th and Marquez, and they have the Bosque Trail sign right there. So 8th and Marquez, the bike Bosque Trail. That's where we were, just right there. It's a nice little spot for taking a little bosque hike, a little bike ride on the trails, checking it out. So we're gonna head south here on 8th Street, get over to Bridge, go over the bridge, over the river. We're gonna pass by Sonic Sorry about the rattling. My brake caliper thingy is loose. The caliper line. So it goes click, 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 click. Unless I hold my brake down to tighten it up. So. Alright, so we're going to turn right on. Oh, look at it. It's Avenida Dolores Huerta. They changed it from Avenida Cesar Chavez to Avenida Dolores Huerta because something about how Mr. Cesar Chavez did something, essay to Dolores Huerta, I guess. So she now has the name. So we're now crossing the Rio Grande. Beautiful lighting coming over a bridge here. This is bridge, like they want to change names or whatever. And here we are at the Rio Grande. We're gonna be able to see just how dry it is, guys. It's actually not bright enough to really see. Can you see that? There's like no water in there. That's sad. Maybe I'll be able to walk over here because it's not too far from where I'm going to park right here. And then I'll show you the diversion channel right here. We're just going to turn right into this little spot right here. So this is right before La Vega Drive, before you get into like Isleta. And on Friday night, actually, we're going to be having the market here, the La Familia market, once again. And I'm just going to park right here. And now we're on the west side of the river here. So we were just on the east side. And like I said, the diversion channel completely flowing. Like the culvert was about more than halfway full. And that culvert, I would guess, is about 8 to 10 feet wide. Or big, like all around, like, you know, the diameter. Okay, so let's just walk over here and we're gonna just get towards the river here. So now we're on bridge, or Avenida Dolores Huerta. They changed it from Avenida Cesar Chavez. I don't know when they did that, but I know there were talks about that, and apparently it happened. Okay, so this is now the east side, or sorry, where are we at? West side. This is the west side diversion channel here. And let's see how much water is flowing in here. Oh, actually, this one is not as high as usual. This one is usually filled and higher than that. Oh, wait. They block it, and then there's a trickle way over there. So let's go on a quick walk, and then I'll show you. I'll show you what I mean. But they slow the flow of the water just right here. And you know, I'm a water protector. I keep track of these things and try to let everyone know what's going on with the river, the Rio Grande. And fire danger is high today, apparently. It was really hot today, actually. Oh, is it? Where is this shut off? Oh, maybe I gotta walk really far. I don't want to walk that far. I thought it was just right here, though. Huh. Maybe it is a ways up. But they slow it down to a trickle right here. I don't want to go too far. But I'm already like halfway there, I guess. I just left my vehicle just all randomly over there. I thought this is where it was, where the fence is right here. I thought that's where it was cut off, but I think it's in here by the trees. Maybe we'll be able to get here quick enough. I don't know if I can go in there to show you the river. This is the Bosque right in here. And this is a really nice spot. Like if I was ever having issues with housing, I would definitely like be hiding up in here. There's plenty of wood. If you know how to make a rocket stove, then you can keep your fire nice and small and no one would see the smoke. All right, let me see if this is even the diversion channel or what, because I thought it was over here somewhere, and now I'm not seeing it at all. Like, was my mind playing tricks on me? Gotta look out for cactus and things coming through here. Something just ran. Was that a cat? I don't know how far I have to go up. But there is water, I mean, in here. But it's not a lot on this side. It's the other side that's got a lot more water. And I don't know how much further I'm going to keep walking because I don't see. Is it way up there? Did I really walk that far last time? I'm definitely not walking that far. Let's go see the Rio. Let's go check out the Rio Grande River, which we should be calling it the Rio Pequeño. It's so small. It's just barely flowing. All right. And it's getting dark out here, but the lighting on this camera is nice. Holy. I can see better with my camera in there than I can see right now. Got different birds flying around right now. I don't know if they're bats or if they're birds, but we do have bats out here. We have bat houses they put up in the bosque here. Don't trip into a cactus. Yeah, that, you know, I've never actually had that issue ever with falling into a cactus. But let me tell you a story while we're walking through the river here. Years before boarding was ever really a thing, back in like the late 80s, before I was in high school. I think it was when I was in middle school, and we rode our skateboards. Was it our skateboards? Yeah, I don't know. We went all the way up to the mountains, but we took our skateboards without the trucks and the wheels on there, and basically use them as like snowboards or like kind of sleds or whatever down the mountain. And the mountain didn't have like a lot of snow, you know. We were kids, we didn't know the snowboard didn't even exist at that time, you know. Or if so, it was like barely coming out in Transworld magazine and stuff. And my stepbrother, man, he slid down and he went over a cactus, and then oh man, it was the worst thing. He was like in so much pain, and this is when we were kids, man. So, you know, he was like crying and in pain, and he's got cactus all on his bottom, and he's like pulling his pants down, and the needles like went through his pants, and like we had to help him and pull needles off of his butt. So that shows some love right there. But that was a horrible experience of having to deal with that. And then we had to then walk home from that spot, and we got as far as like the closest main street. What was that? A bat? Did you guys see that? Did that fly in front of me? I don't know if you saw that. It went right past all quick. It's either one of those is it, like a nightingale, like a starling kind of thing that comes out at night? Those little birds, or it was a bat. Because like I said, we got bats down here and bat houses. We're almost to the river, so I'll be able to show you how dry it is. And then all that water, I'll keep it flowing, and we'll go back to that first acequia, because this west side acequia wasn't flowing as much as I thought. But the east side one was definitely flowing. And the bosque right here, this area right here is meant for overflow of water. There's some birds. I don't know if you saw them. But this area is basically for overflow of water. When we get too much snowpack in the Rockies up north, and when the when the snow melts and we get so much water that this area is like a flood zone, the Bosque. But the river is now becoming like the Bosque too. And we got like a little trickle, a tiny, tiny amount of water, guys. We'll cross the river here. We're at the river right now. I don't know if that looks like water because I'm walking, but it's just mud. That's just like sand or wet. It's just mud. We're gonna get to a spot right here, and we might see a little trickle of water going past like right in here. Is there water? Nope. It's just wet ground. Just muddy. This is supposed to be all full of water right here. This should be all water. You can see there's tire marks. People have been driving. That's not good. If they can drive, that's not even soft enough. Like there's not even any water underneath. They should be sinking in. Their tires should not just be like on hard ground like that right there. That is wild. Look at little tiny patches of water out there getting that reflection. You see that? There's like one little one there and one out there with the orange. Little bits of water in the reflection, guys. It is so sad. But like I said, all of the water is flowing down on that east side, the east channel there. So this is the river, guys. There's a tiny bit of water right there. And coming through in this green area, this is our river, guys. Right here. Isn't that sad? And it's like, it's got to flow. You know, water is flowing downstream, always finds its level. It always finds its flat surface, its level. And then on this side right here, so this is absorbing this little marsh area right here, the Bosque part here, it's absorbing a lot of the water. And then along the sides, you can see how green this area is, and then right in here. And that's absorbing the water as well. And that's all the water we have, guys. You know, I'm so close, I might as well just walk to the channel there. There's a little puddle of water right there. This is actually a good time to actually show the water with the reflection there. And then there's like no water. You can see it's just nice and green. So there's probably water like flowing within that area, and then probably like in here somewhere there might be some kind of water. But it's dry, guys. The Rio Grande is dry. Oh, this is like one of those, I always call these like the Keebler elf trees. They got little leaves. There's another one. All right, but see, this is supposed to be all water flowing through right here. And it's just maybe a little moisture right in here. A little moisture, but not any water. Oh, there's some water. Let's just keep on going. So we've crossed the Rio Grande. As you can see, it's like real nothing going on. It's like real dry, not Rio Grande at all. But then over here, there's a tiny bit of water flowing through on this backside right here. So I guess there's a little bit of water diversion coming around this area. And then you have this little bit. So this is the Rio Grande right here. This is our river, guys. The river has gone from this whole area here, which should be just completely just filled, to now this is where the water is. Just a little bit of moisture in here, and then you got a little bit of a trickle right there. And then that's our water. Let's walk to the diversion channel, and then I'm gonna let you guys go and head back to my van because I just left it way over there on the other side of the river. And I got a lot of stuff in there, so I don't want to leave it for too long. Aren't these lights cool though? The Grande wash, yeah, like it ain't even a wash. This is like, I don't even know what you'd want to call it. Someone lost their rubber. Hey, we could just hop on this and catch a ride back across the bridge real quick. I've actually never ridden one of these. I don't know how it works. I'd have to like download the whole app and all that crap. Okay, so now we're at the bike trail and we're almost right to the diversion channel here. And then you'll see how much water is flowing over here. It's just right here, like close to the Sonic, just on the other side of this bus stop here. Dang, I just walked a mile. I hope you guys enjoyed this nice little walk and talk. We should have had walking tacos, man. I'm getting hungry. Uh-oh. Someone needed to stay warm, or they just caught it on fire for fun. All right, so we're now back to the diversion channel here. I'll walk down so you guys can see how much water is here on this side. Because the other side, like you saw, there was, you know, there's a little bit of grass popping up through it and stuff. But this, look at this. There's more water right here. Oh, we can't see the culvert. I can't show you how tall this is. The culvert on that side looked like it had a good like 8-foot, 10-foot span. And the water was as high as more than halfway. So I was saying that we probably have 5 feet of water in here. And then this is flowing just underneath. But this is, watch, let me show you again. I'll throw a stick and you'll be able to see how fast the water flow is, okay? There goes that stick right there. And, oh, you can't really see it. It's not wide enough. I'm not going to throw just anything in the water. I'm not, the stick is fine. I'm not going to just throw anything like a bottle or something like that. That'd be dumb. I can't show you the flow. And you can kind of see it right there with that light in the background. But yeah, the water is flowing here, guys. We were just over there. That's where those cars are. That's where we were parked. So I'm gonna go back and get my van, but I just wanted to show you, as you can see, like this is really wide. And if they had this water running through the Rio Grande, then the Rio Grande wouldn't be dry. And they're not allowing the ranchers and the farmers to access this water, which is ridiculous. So, so yeah, it sucks that they're trying to say that we don't have any water, that the Rio Grande is going to dry up again, blah, blah, blah. And they don't even talk about the true facts of the situation, or that we have this much water just flowing, just constant. I wish I could have showed you how fast the stream is, but I think you can see the bubbles right there, right? Yeah, there's a lot of water in there, guys. It's just flowing underneath and going through. And this water, like, I wonder actually how far. Maybe one day we'll take a drive and see how far this channel goes. Maybe it runs all the way to Berlin, Los Lunas, down south, Peralta. I don't know. I have no clue. Maybe there's a culvert on the other side over here. Maybe I'll cross the street real quick. And maybe not. There's a lot of traffic coming. I was like, maybe yes, and maybe no. Then I'll get stuck in the middle. I don't know, maybe. It don't seem too bad. And maybe yes. Look both ways. Don't mind me, guys. All right, now we're on the south side of Bridge, or what, Avenida de Dolores Huerta. And now we're on the bike trail over here. What's going on with these lights, man? LED lights are all flashing. And then you can see, here's the water again. It's really dark. But this stream just flows huge. That, you might as well just start calling this the Rio Grande right here, because this is the Rio Grande water, and they're just diverting it entirely, a whole different place. Yeah, I'm wondering if this water, if it just flows all the way down to El Paso on the channel here, the diversion channel. I bet it does. You know, it'd probably take like 8 hours to try to figure it out, or well, probably longer than that. It takes what, 4 hours to get down there, and then trying to like follow it and figure out if it goes dry in any places. It might be hard. I don't know if any of this water enters into the Elephant Butte, the dam or the reservoir down there, but yeah, I would imagine that they're sending all of this water down to Texas so they can pay off Texas and our water supply. We're supposed to give them their allocation, but then Colorado doesn't give us our water allocation, and then we're just supposed to pass on our water to the next when we're not getting enough. Like, it doesn't make any sense. But that's what's going on, guys. There is water in the diversion channel here, and the Rio is pretty much almost completely dry. So just wanted to tell you about all that. We're gonna walk back to the bus, we're gonna walk back to my van here, and I'm gonna head home and get some dinner because I am hungry now. But I appreciate you guys tuning in and watching and just listening to me walk and talk here and rant about water. But water is important. Water is life, and without water, you know, it can create strife. And they're trying to say that there's not enough water for the farmers, but as you can see, there's plenty of water flowing. And if they would just allow them to tap in a little here and there, they would be able to keep the groundwater and the aquifer still filled, you know. And that's the thing, is as the water just flowing past us, we're not collecting it into our ground aquifer here, and we're losing that groundwater. And one video that I saw today in Arizona was that they had a pipe, they had water just pumping into the desert, and a lot of the comments were saying how they do this in Arizona in order to replenish the water table and the aquifer, which makes a lot of sense. That completely makes total sense. Hey, look, they used to have this all fenced off right here, so you couldn't cross. But I don't know what happened to that. A lot of money goes to waste. They pick things up and put them down. I don't know what happened with that. All right. Well, I appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm gonna let y'all go. Save the green chili. We definitely got to make sure we have plenty of green chili. But the thing is Chile actually doesn't need much water. It needs water, of course. All plants need water, except for air plant. Well, even air plants need a little spritz of water from time to time, like lichen. But other than that, you know, Chile really needs to stay kind of dry so it can get hotter. You want it to be in a sandy soil and not like really wet, saturated soil. All right, we're walking back over to Rio Grande. You can't see it anymore. I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you guys for tuning in. Love and blessings. But yeah, we definitely got to save our Chile. We got to always have Chile here, or we'll go crazy. If we can't get our chili in New Mexico, man, well, That's why I'm growing Chile. We got Chile growing actually, so we'll be okay. We'll be all right. All right, thanks for watching. Water is life. Without it, it creates strife. You guys have a beautiful night. Love and blessings. I'm out. And thanks for tuning in, SD. Appreciate you. Have a good night.